Let's get straight into our Twitter Masterclass, which is proudly brought to you by Texas Digital, as well as myself, Megs Hollis, the course coordinator and co-founder here at Do Digital. What is this Masterclass all about? Well, we are going to be talking about the role of the Twitter platform in terms of your social media strategy. We're going to be breaking down Twitter's key pieces of functionality. We're going to be looking at best practice for the Twitter platform and how that looks, options for paid media, frequently asked questions about the Twitter platform, and then we're going to wrap up with bonus resources for the Twitter platform. Let's kick off with the role of the platform. What exactly is the role of Twitter? Twitter is all about opinion and engagement. It really is a place where people freely share their opinions and engage in political discourse and pretty much just topics of what's trending that day. It's fantastic for finding like-minded people, so whether that be influencers, other brands, following your competitors, whether that be direct or indirect, it's really great for that. Connecting with influencers, high-frequency posting, so it's the one platform that stands out in my mind in terms of what you would use to live tweet or really kind of post at such a frequency that would actually be impossible to maintain on some of the other platforms, because Twitter obviously is majority more text-based versus like an Instagram or a Facebook, for example. So you're actually able to keep up that very high frequency with which a debate almost, I think that's the best analogy, with which a debate takes place. In terms of social listening, it's fantastic because the default privacy of people's tweets is set to public, which means it's easy to trawl what people are saying, for example, about your brand, about the industry, whether people have an overall positive sentiment about your industry, a negative sentiment around your industry. So it really is fantastic from an online reputation management perspective. And then finally, it's fabulous for microblogging because that was what it was kind of intended for originally. So if you're wanting to drive traffic to your website using little snippets that just kind of pique the reader's interest, then a fantastic way in which to do so is with Twitter. In terms of the features, we'll get into more detail with regards to these later on in the masterclass, but I think the most important things to kind of get across is the fact that Twitter now has 280 characters, which was formerly 140 characters, so there is a little bit more space to play with. However, I don't think it's affected the medium in the sense that it's still one of brevity. People do tend to use a lot of abbreviations or acronyms, so I don't think anything's really changed there, but certainly it still keeps that kind of pace up whilst now allowing you for a little bit more detail around your tweets, for example. From a polling perspective, this is brilliant for brands. You're able to very easily poll people on Twitter, and I think these are one functionality which really is a standout when brands use it well, because I don't really see that much of brands engaging with it, but it is a fabulous way to get almost like a consumer feedback loop going. So what did you think of our brand launch? Did you attend our event? What do you think of our new flavor? All those kinds of questions are brilliant to be asked on Twitter. Then we know that hashtags are fabulous for Twitter because, as we've just mentioned, the API and the privacy settings are set to public. So it's great to be able to pull conversation around specific topics and therefore hashtags. And then finally, of course, the Twitter analytics, which helps us to ascertain how well our Twitter strategy is doing and what kind of content is performing the best.